going to try to cut this down for you guys. Short attention span to all. So catch a drink, do your thing, get ready. As always, this is Leonard. We refer to him as the DC man, comic nerd.
Yep.
Marvel asshole right here, named D.
First, when I'm referencing how the Turtles defeated Shredder in the new movie, what I want to explain is that we worked together with April. That basically, unlike in the original film where April was just useless, that basically they might as well not even cast her in the movie in the first place. It just had Casey Jones and the Turtles in the first one. They actually used April, and she actually was useful in the movie by helping the Turtles stop Shredder from releasing the gas that would have basically killed everyone.
Okay, hold up. Number one, April was always meant to be a build character, meaning that she helps the story along, even though she's not a main fighter or contingency plan that ever used, okay? She was supposed to be the damsel in distress. This was a big thing in the 90s, man.
I'm sorry, Turtles, your bastard got kidnapped. Hey, you can stay at my place. Oh no, the Turtles, the Foot found out where we live. Don't worry, I got this old farmhouse in the middle of the woods. We can stay there. That's all she did.
All you need is a microphone.
She kissed Casey Jones.
Yeah, and?
That's basically it. That was basically April in the 1990s movie.
So?
Well, actually, in the 2014 movie, they actually showed her trying to become a reporter, having to work her way up. Not only that, but also showing her how she met the Turtles, how she knew the Turtles a long time ago when they were little babies.
How a little girl went into a fire uncontrolled after her father was shot, not realizing he was shot. However the fuck that happened. And saving 4 turtles instead of her father.
And don't forget Splinter, the rat.
Same room, remember. She got them out of the same laboratory he was shot in, if you reference the movie. How the hell did she not know he was shot? And in fact, it was on fire. They set the whole place ablaze. What in the hell is that little girl doing there? Oh, I need to save the turtles, not my daddy. That's some childhood issues right there, guys. I don't care what anybody says. Childhood issues. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I brought it up.
But like I said, with April, they made her more useful. They made her more useful in the movie, including she helped the Turtles beat the Shredder when they were struggling to beat the dude.
Okay, I will admit, she was useful as a bat.
Yes, because we all know how she helped when they used her to knock the Shredder off the tower and he fell.
Imagine her as a big Nerf toy. That's about it.
Megan Fox is pretty useful as a Nerf toy. I learned that very well. She's very good at this one.
I would beat her silly. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and continue this whole line and finish it out. Finishing comments for the crowd?
Well, personally, like I said, I enjoyed the newer movie for what it was, despite its flaws. And trust me, it has plenty of flaws. But also, the 1990 movie isn't perfect as everyone thinks it is. It's mostly sake of nostalgia.
It is.
A lot of nostalgia.
Right out of the comic books. Good source material. Perfect. Not this crap of made up nothingness.
April was never a reporter in the comics.
I'll give you props. I did like the 2014 version. Okay, even though I say all this other junk. My favorite part, honestly, Raphael. He's the man. He's the man. Even though I do respect the nunchucks far more, it was very important that I noticed. I don't know if anybody else did that. Raphael was an artist. An actual artist, when he used his size to carve this little wood structure into an actual figure. No one seems to remember that, which meant his anger issues could be focused.
So now he's just not an angry idiot.
Which shows talent, and that was necessary. They really, really came through. And Michelangelo, even though he was a smart ass, did a lot resourcefully and worried about his brothers completely. Donatello stepped out of his shell, so to speak.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, he looked like a nerd with a Ghostbuster proton pack, but he
looked more like a goddamn lizard than a turtle. But anyway, elongated snout and everything. Let's not even get into that. Maybe he was a snapping turtle. What a snapper. Anyway, green snapper. Just so you know, that's not a dirty joke. That's not a dirty joke. There's an actual fish called a red snapper, so don't take it the wrong way, people. You're dirty-minded, but I like it. So, we're going to go ahead and go through with this. Overall, 2014 version, if you took it for just a movie, not nostalgia, not the overall kick, was a great movie, honestly. It was put together well, the fighting scenes were good, Shredder, okay, yeah, upgraded, but that's necessary in this time and age. Kids are not going to understand a guy who drinks a bunch of serum and becomes super... Wait, Captain America. Maybe they would understand. Oh my god! No, I'm joking. The technical route was the best way and made him really, really good. The swinging blades and shit, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, of course.
I really enjoyed that, and the way he effectively used to cut down the tower. That showed actual intelligence on Shredder's part.
Yeah.
So
he's as badass he could beat Megatron.
Yeah, that's a hell of a fight. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave you off knowing this. My preference, the 90s, not only for nostalgia, but for trying to keep the moral story straight and forward and trying to keep it linked.
Smoking kids.
3 doesn't count.
3 never counts.
3
never talk about that evil movie.
I can name all the 3s that don't make sense, like Superman 3. Crap.
Spider-Man 3.
Pretty much crap. So
Iron Man 3.
Crap. That was crap in a sense, okay? Now, check it out. We'll get to that later. Marvel movies in thirds. That'd be fun. Let's go over 3s and seconds. So, we're done. 2014 is the main man over here. 1990s me. Go ahead and hit your buttons and comment, man. We want to hear from you. Don't be all shy. Be as blunt as you want, but don't be fucking rude. There's no call for it. Yes, I said fuck it. Peace.
Laters.